The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center, hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen. Better, bring a better bad because I'm bigger, better. Solo, single, selling several shows out every single second. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Kinda came and crushed the competition, hope they get the message. Look.
All right, so today we're going to talk about Stephen A. and LeBron James. Now, if you've been following sports long enough, you know that Stephen A., he can't help himself but talk about LeBron. And ever since Bronny, LeBron's son, has come into the league, he's had nothing but criticism for the young guy. Now, granted, I get it. He's a sports announcer. He has to, speak on sports and certain aspects of sports. But at some point, you got to draw the line. And as a man, you're not going to allow but so much talking to happen. So let's take a look at what happened when LeBron finally saw Stephen A. at a Knicks game. Yep, it happened. He saw him, he approached him. And ever since then, Stephen A. has been on tour talking about it. So here's some of the things that Stephen A. has said.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that week. I thought it was some bullshit, but in the moment, I knew that I was listening to a father. Here's what happened. I get there in the first quarter, I'm sitting courtside, and I stand up, and then I got my head turned. And then I turned back around, and a lot of people thought this was the end of the game. This was in the third quarter. Apparently, LeBron had walked out of the timeout, and I turned around, and he's right here in my face. He said, yo, you gotta stop talking shit about my son. You gotta stop fucking with my son. That's my son. That's my son. And I was like, what? He said, nah, fuck that. I said, yo, let's talk later. He's like, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. You gotta stop fucking with my son.
Okay, so let's dissect the bullshit. You say you're not mad, but in everything you say, it shows that it touched the nerve in you, Stephen A. You say, oh, that wasn't a basketball player. That was a father. You say that he brought added pressure to his son by going so hard to get him in the league. I don't understand why LeBron trying to get Bronny in the league and get him on the same team that he's on is such an issue for people like Stephen A. Smith. Since sports have been professional and people make money, any sport, there's always a father trying to get his sons, or some type of family member into the business. When the Ball brothers were running around, y'all praised them. In the NFL, you got coaches that get their sons who know nothing about coaching, but they get them on the staff. Why is it such an issue that one of the so-called, quote-unquote, greatest players of all time, who happens to be a good father from what I've seen, why is it such an issue that he's trying to position his son before he leaves the league? So I want to say this. You say you didn't see a basketball player, and that's easy because he didn't say, stop talking about my teammates. He didn't say stop talking about me. He said stop talking about his son, which is why, yeah, you can see that it was a father. So for you to call it weak, for you to call it anything other than stand up, means you truly don't understand what being a father is. You don't understand what being a real street motherfucker is. You say you're from the streets, but clearly you're not. And if you are, you're so far removed that you forgot one key element, which is this. If you talk about me in public, I'm going to approach you in public. Stephen A. Smith, I got to say, you're lucky it was LeBron James and not somebody like Charles Oakley, who would have just slapped the shit out you. Probably would have gotten arrested, and it would have been more viral than what it is. The fact that you're going on all these other shows and you're talking about it, even though you say, oh, I wasn't going to talk about it. Yes, you were. Why? Because it's newsworthy. Why? Because everybody else is talking about it. Why? Because it happened to you. Clearly, you did not expect that man to pull up on you like that. That was your issue. It scared the fuck out of you that, oh shit, somebody I've been talking shit about, somebody who I've been talking shit about him and his son has ran up on me. This is what I'll say to sportscasters and bloggers and all that other things. You have to be mindful. No matter how real you trying to keep it, no matter how much you say, oh, this is my job, everything is done, you have to be mindful of the repercussions. There's no way in God's green earth you can sit up in ESPN studios or wherever you sit up at and talk about this man day in, day out. Talk about his son day in, day out. See that his son is struggling and you're using it for views. You're using it for content. You're using it for all this shit, and don't expect this man sooner or later to say something. So the only thing that you should have said, Stephen A, was, yeah, he approached me. He said some things to me. I can't repeat it. And left it at that. But nah. That would have been too easy. So on this one, I'm riding with LeBron. And any real father, I'm pretty sure you are too.